in Sacramento. An AL West matchup on the show. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Athletics. First pitch coming your way next. And starting this one, Luis Morales. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy. Just about to get started, Nolan Schanuel digs in now. On the run, sent it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Here's Mike Trout. Trout with some impressive production lately. And a foul ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
No question about this one. It's out of here. He made him pay for that one. His 16th homer of the year, and the Halos jump out in front. It's 1-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So 2 down. Here's Joe Adell. He went 2 for 4 in Sunday's game. Sliced hard but foul. The 0-1. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Next to hit, Zach Neto. Swing and a miss, strike one. Two down, nobody on. And it's fouled away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. The 2-round. We go to the bottom of the first. And today's starting pitcher, Reed Detmers. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Late on that fastball.
Sweeping curveball. Low outside.
The 0-2. Next offering misses down and away.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Slider. Low outside.
1-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. One out.
Batting second.
Let's take a look at our lineup. Batting second, a really important guy for them, Brent Rooker.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, but somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, you know, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and you know, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Brent Rooker, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Sweeping curveball. Low inside.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. On the ground, Moncada fires across the diamond here tonight. An efficient start to the home first, 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Darrell Hernandez up next for the A's. And that will end the inning. So they make short work of them there. We move to the second here in Sacramento. Angels 2. On now to the top half of inning number 2. So in now for the Angels, Josh Lowe. Lowe measures 6 feet 4 inches. Batting 6th in today's lineup. And they traded for him earlier this year. Swings through that one. Ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Over to first. 1 out in the second.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance. Had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
The 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Oh, great stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. Digging in, Christian Moore.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
And that is out of play. Two down, nobody on. On the ground to third, Ibanez. Angels retired 1-2-3. Angels 2 and the A's nothing. Bottom half of inning number 2, and now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Slayer. Middle outside.
Foul ball there.
Slider. Middle outside.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Popped up. And there's one down.
Batting 5th, center fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Next up for the A's, Lawrence Butler.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1.
High outside.
Fastball for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
This one in the air, center field. Trout under it. 2 down.
Batting sixth, shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
Jacob Wilson will hit next. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
The 0-2. Tap back to the mound. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. And a swing and a miss.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
The 0-2. On the ground to third, Ibanez. Slings it across. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Up next for the Angels.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Nolan Schanuel now at the plate. On the ground to first. Flips it, and they get the out. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Trout. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Out towards right center field. And that's the 3rd out. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Leading off, Tyler Soderstrom. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Soderstrom launched a homer in his most recent game. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
0-2 now. Got him looking. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Andy Ibanez.
That's the ball.
At the plate now. That's ball 1. And it's even up. Ibanez with a homer in his last game.
Low inside.
And a swing and a miss.
4-seam fastball. Low outside.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Now, Max Muncy. First pitch swinging.
4-seam fastball. Low outside.
Swing and a ball popped up. Schanuel settles under this one, and that's the inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're watching Angels baseball on the show. LA. On to the 4th. So in now for the Angels, Yoan Moncada. Into center. And it drops in. And they have their first base runner since the 1st inning.
Up next for the Angels, right fielder Joe Adell.
Now batting Joe Adell. He's already homered in this game. 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Base is empty after the double play. Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. In the air to left center. Soderstrom on the move to the alley. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 hit in the inning. Bottom of the 4th. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Nick Kurtz. This one backs to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. Home run number 30 on the year. And they're on the board. It's 2-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Rooker now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
You know, these A's, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Lowe snags it on the run. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Popped up. And there's 2 away. And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. Right through there for a strike.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Low inside.
Inside, almost got him. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. The A's get 1 on this homer, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. This is AL West action on MLB The Show. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late.
Ow! Ow! Ball 4. Take your base. Ow! Take 3. You're out. Ow! 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 You're out. Ow! Ow! 3. 3. 3. Ow! That's ball 4. Save! You're out! 3! Out! 3! Out! Out! 3!
Now into the game, Leo DeVries. He's the new third baseman. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. That's to third. In plenty of time to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. Christian Moore, the next to hit for the Angels. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Activity in the bullpen. Elvis Alvarado, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. This one in the air, center field. Butler on the move. That's out number 2. Jorge Soler up at the plate. 1 for 3.
Ball low.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Two down, nobody on. That one fouled off. 2-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. Bottom of the 9th inning, and this one is tied, coming right down to the wire. And now the right fielder, number 25.
Calling it bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but 2 more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first in time. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Next up for the A's, Darrell Hernandez.
Ball.
4-seam fastball. Low inside.
Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
In the air, right field. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. So a change being made out at second. Here's the Angels pinch runner, Bryce Teodosio, getting a little more speed out there. He represents the go-ahead run. On to extra innings. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Nolan Schanuel. Shortened the bunt and missed it. 0-1.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Man at second. Caught him looking for the K.
Up next for the Angels, center fielder, Mike Trout.
And now batting, Mike Trout. And that's fouled off. Fair ball. Runner around third. He'll score easily, and they've got the lead in extra innings, and he'll reach second with 1 away.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here is Moncada swinging a foul straight back. Here comes the 0-1. Way out front for strike two. The Athletics have some bullpen action. J.T. Ginn, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Basso getting loose as well. And the 0-2. Got him. That K is his third of the game. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a Brady Basso will take over here.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Adele swings through it for strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Man on second, 2 down.
That's the ball. Ball outside.
Two. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Good job at damage control. We're in extras here. Here's the center fielder, number 4. And that's in for a strike.
Well, in this situation with the runner on second, you've got to get him up to third. Think back up the middle or to right field.
Circle change. Low outside.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Sinker. Low outside.
Got him looking for the strikeout. Here's the short. Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Drew Pomeranz comes out trying to close it out.
Comes on looking for his 35th save of the season, and that's a pretty big number. Definitely one of the better closers in the sport this year.
So the tying run at second. Pitch is in there. 0-2 now.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for.
That's ripped into the outfield. And it stays fair. Around from second is the tying run. Makes it to second. The winning run's in scoring position with one gone. Here's the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom. And fouled off.
Knuckle curve.
The 0-1. Lifted in the air, right center field. Grabs it on the run. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Next up for the A's, Leo DeVries. Swing and a pop-up. Shanuel in position. And that is the third out of the inning. Welcome back, and on the mound to start the 11th inning, Elvis Alvarado.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Fouled off. He was late. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. Fires to the plate. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. 5-4 now as they take the lead. No outs. Runner at first. Here's the left fielder, Josh Lowe. Swing and a bouncer. The throw to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the
Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit for the Angels. 0 for 4 with 3 groundouts and a strikeout. It's softly on the ground to third. DeVries on to first. 2 out.
Up next for the Angels, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Christian Moore. Outside low. Ball 1. Swinging a foul straight back. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in extra innings. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's a 2-run lead in extra innings. Scott Barlow. On to pitch out of the pen here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And here is Bryce Teodosio. That one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Barlow, 33 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2011. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
2 runs across in the inning, and we're here in the top half of the 11th. Line drive. Relay throw home. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play. Back to the top of the order now. And up next for Los Angeles, Nolan Schanuel. Runner takes off for third. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning.
Now pitching for the Angels.
Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning. Alek Manoah. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Muncy in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
4-seam fastball. High middle.
Stays alive.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Man at second. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Slider. Low outside.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
The Halos trying to close out a 3-run lead. We are in the 11th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, he homered earlier in the game, but showing no fear on the mound so far in this at-bat. He's just attacking the strike zone.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. The A's down to their final out.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
The Athletics down to their last out. Rick Rooker up next for the A's.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
And a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
1 strike away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Four-seam
DeVries
fastball.
on at second with 2 down. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Sinker. Low inside.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Slider. Low outside.
Man on second, 2 down. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
The 0-2. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball.
Clearly he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited.
Got him. That finishes the evening's action.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long.